All right, everyone, welcome to the midpoint of the week. It is Wednesday, 6 o'clock here. Jason and Alicia here with you as a countdown to the weekend, counting down to our big event on Friday as well.
That's right. For our charity beer will launch. A dollar of every beer sold goes to feed people here in Minnesota, which is really cool. So check it out. Check us out Friday, guys. I mean, hopefully the weather's nice because we have outdoor stuff going on too.
Yeah, you know, right now it looks like the weather will hold up for us and things will be dry. It isn't until late Friday where we're tracking those showers and storms. But again, this could change just because these boundaries have been moving in, stopping, stalling out. So we'll have to keep an eye on that for sure. But right now it's 67, east wind at 5 miles per hour. And because it's been so isolated past couple of days, the shower and storm coverage has been so isolated and scattered. Like right now even we're finding cloud cover due to what's off to our west from Alexandria down to Mankato here in Albert Lee. This getting ready to move over the Minnesota-Iowa state line and push out of the state. So this will stay off to the west. Dry weather on the way today. You'll see tomorrow as well pleasant, and Friday, that's when we're tracking storms late, but still most of the day quiet as well. So keep that in mind. Wait around for my 7-day forecast. That's coming up here in about 10 minutes. You don't want to miss it.
Will do, Guy. Thank you. Taking a look at some drive times right now. Minneapolis to St. Paul to Minneapolis, 7 minutes either way. On 94 right now, drive times looking good. Heads up, this situation in Arden Hills. This is at 694 westbound and Snelling. Looks like things are really clearing up here, but do want you to be aware we do still have some law enforcement vehicles. Another vehicle just showed up to the scene here. Things do appear to be clearing up, but just take caution if you are taking this route this morning. Jason, Alicia?
All right, Megan, thank you very much. 6:02 on the clock this morning. We need to update you on that home invasion over in St. Paul.
Now, within the last 2 hours, we learned 7 people were inside the home when police say a man with a gun busted through their door. Now, police tell us it started around midnight with a shots fired call on White Bear Avenue, right by Hazel Park Prep Academy. Cece's live at St. Paul Police Headquarters with new details this morning. Good morning, Cece.
Good morning. Yeah, just scary moments for that St. Paul family this morning. But of course, police are conducting an investigation right now, and the family involved in that invasion should be able to return home at some point this morning. But we wanted to break down what happened overnight just a few minutes from here. Police say that when officers got to White Bear Avenue, they talked to witnesses who say a man was in the area firing a gun. When officers were looking for that suspect, they heard more shots being fired, and that's just when a 911 call came in from a home on White Bear Avenue saying a man with a gun broke into their home. Now, some of the family members were able to run outside when that happened, but other family members were hiding down in the basement. One family member told 911 that they heard a possible struggle going on, and that's when St. Paul Police SWAT came in to rescue those remaining family members and take that suspect into custody. So again, that suspect is in custody this morning. Police say no one was injured, but they did find a firearm at the scene. Jason, Alicia.
Such a scary night for that whole family of 7. All right, Cece, thanks for that update.
An update this morning on a police chase that ended with a car crashing into a bus shelter in North Minneapolis on Monday. The Hennepin County Sheriff's Office tells us that the driver of that stolen Kia was just 12 years old. Police say the vehicle was tied to multiple armed robberies and carjackings, which is why law enforcement initiated that pursuit.
When somebody's car gets jacked at gunpoint, that's a violent act. When somebody gets assaulted, that is a violent act. They should be held responsible for it. And we can't set up scenarios where they're able to hurt somebody, where they're able to assault somebody, and there aren't consequences there.
Police say 5 other teens were also in the car. 2 bystanders caught in the middle suffered minor injuries, as well as some of the teenagers. Right now, it's still unclear how many of them will face criminal charges. This morning, a family is asking for help as a 3-year-old girl remains in the hospital following this horrific wrong-way crash on I-694 last week. That deadly crash happened around 2:30 a.m. Thursday in Oakdale on 694 at Stillwater Boulevard. The traffic camera showed William Flores Zamora traveling in the wrong direction before hitting Alexander Ripka's car head-on. Both drivers died, and Ripka's daughter went to the hospital. According to the GoFundMe page, Nevaeh underwent emergency brain surgery, and she's now recovering in the ICU on life support. So far, you can see here they've raised more than $5,600 from her medical expenses. That money would also go towards Ripka's funeral costs.
Such a sad story there. Other sad story out of Richmond, Virginia this morning. 2 people are dead and 7 others are hurt after a shooting at a high school graduation ceremony. Officers working the ceremony heard gunshots outside the theater where the commencement was happening as guests and graduates were taking photos. Police originally arrested 2 people, but now say only 1 person was involved, a 19-year-old. He's expected to be charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder with more charges to follow. The school district is canceling school today and all graduations scheduled for this week. In the last 24 hours, 2 of the people charged in the massive $250 million Feeding Our Future scheme have pled guilty.
Yeah, the couple is accused of swindling more than $5 million of federal money that was intended to feed children in need during the pandemic. Julie Nelson has all the details.
Here is how it happened. Court documents show Mohammed Hussein and Lul Ali registered their respective companies in 2020 to be a federal child nutrition program meal site under the sponsorship of Feeding Our Future. Then, court documents show they started submitting fraudulent claims for reimbursement, claiming to be serving meals to thousands of children a day. The couple pleaded guilty to 1 count each of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. As part of their plea deal, they'll have to pay back the $5 million and forfeit 3 properties and an SUV they bought with the money. They are among 60 people charged in the pandemic-era scheme, and U.S. Attorney Andrew Luger has said they're still investigating with more charges possible.
This morning, we've learned a 7-year-old has been found responsible for a fire in Howard Lake that damaged 2 homes and a historic church last week. The new report from the state fire marshal says the child was playing with a lighter and accidentally started the fire in his garage. The flames then spread to a neighboring home and the steeple at the St. James Lutheran Church. No one was injured.
That's why today, before God and my family, I'm announcing I'm running for President of the United States.
In the last 2 hours, former Vice President Mike Pence has made it official. He's running for president, and Pence is joining an already crowded field. NBC's Shaquille Brewster has all the details.
Well, the 2024 presidential field continues to grow. Later today, we'll see Vice President Pence enter the race at a campaign event in Iowa. But yesterday, it was former Governor Chris Christie here in New Hampshire jumping into this presidential race, making clear that he will not hold back against his former ally and former President Donald Trump. We heard him go after him on issues of character, policy, openly mocking the former president at times. Coming up on Today, you'll hear more of what Governor Christie had to say, and we'll preview what we'll hear from Vice President Mike Pence, all while explaining how the former president and current frontrunner of this Republican nomination battle is responding to the growing field in this 2024 election.
Well, another Metro Lake is closing to swimmers. Eden Prairie's Round Lake Beach is closed until further notice because of bacteria found in the water. City leaders did not say what kind of bacteria was found. They will update the public, though, when the issue is cleared up. And this morning, air quality alerts in the Twin Cities Metro are over for now. You can see on this map right now, things are looking much better compared to what we've been seeing the past few days. But experts do tell us, even though the alert is over, Canada's wildfire season will be a problem for us all summer long. The warmer, drier conditions are making the fires bigger, and since smoke can travel thousands of miles, scientists say it can impact an area 50 times larger than what actually burned. And that smoke can be dangerous for our health as it's linked to asthma, heart disease, and even stroke.
Actually penetrate deep into our lungs, into our bloodstream, and there travel to multiple organ systems.
Experts say when air quality is bad, you should reduce outdoor activities, take more breaks, and keep your windows closed. And if you have asthma, keep your inhaler nearby. The Pollution Control Agency has an air quality index that gives current conditions for your area.
All good advice there. Let's take you outside here as the sun is rising here in the metro.
Gorgeous shot.
Beautiful stuff here. We are in for another 80-degree day. So yeah, it's going to be warm, but it's going to be not bad out there, Guy.
Yeah, for sure. Humidity-wise, too, it feels really great outside right now. But as you saw from that sky camera, you had some clouds out there, and that's all because of what's sitting off to the west, some showers and storms in central and western Minnesota right now. And that's actually moving out of the state, and it's moving away from the metro. So we'll stay dry today and tomorrow. 86 yesterday afternoon, 69 was the low yesterday morning. So It was a warm one yesterday, and it was muggy as well, and we've been seeing that too throughout the course of the week, and of course from over the weekend. Our average high 76, average low 58, well above that. All right, there's your sky camera. Looking out, you got some high-level clouds. Most of the storms will stay off to the west, and you see that here as I back out for you. You can see those storms from Alexandria down to stretching as far south as Mankato to Albert Lee. This will continue to move off to the south and east throughout the morning hours. All right, here's your temperature right now. You have temps starting off in the upper 60s. You have mostly cloudy skies, east wind at 5 miles per hour. Again, that dew point temperature, I love it when dew points are in the mid-50s. Anything in the mid-50s and less than that, it feels very comfortable. Once you start climbing to the upper 50s, slightly humid on the skin, and then once you get into the 60s, it's just muggy from there. All right, next 12 hours, room for sun later. We'll wake up and keep the cloud cover throughout the morning hours, so a relatively cloudy start and then a sunny finish later on this afternoon. Tomorrow morning, we'll wake up to some cloud cover with temperatures in the low 60s and some room for sunshine mid to late morning. The commute looks dry tomorrow. Pleasant day still on the way tomorrow for your Thursday. Friday, storms late. Saturday, you'll see that forecast high of 80.